Hello everybody, this is GamePro24X, and it's that time of the week again, where I go over some of the latest patch notes in Metal Gear Survive. So let's go over a few PSAs before I go knee-deep into the actual game changes itself. First off, we have the newest event going on right now, which is called the Ferryman's Legacy, and it lasts from the 24th of today, all the way up to May 8th, so you have a total of 2 weeks to grind and get all the items this event has to offer. I will be making a separate video detailing everything you need to know about the event and what to expect. Also, if you log in every single day for the next 2 weeks, we will also be earning 20 SV coins. And that will total out to 280 free SV coins that we'll be earning throughout the week, not including the ones that we also receive on Saturday and Sunday. And lastly, it looks like they finally added another feature to the premium passes. So now if you ever purchase a premium pass that lasts no longer than a day, then you will also be earning extra rewards every single day thanks to the pass. So for those of you who currently have like a monthly pass or the 2-month pass, you will now be earning the following materials listed up here on the screen. And it is just material cases like, for example, enhancement kits and whatnot. So it's pretty much essentially a thank you for your business kind of deal. And I'm pretty sure other games kind of do something similar. I can't really think of any off the top of my head, but it's common practice. And even when you go to other businesses and you purchase like a membership of any kind, you also get little bonuses here and there as well. So, you know, just think of it that way. However, there's one little caveat, and you can only receive these 2 revival pills only on Saturday, so keep that in mind. Alright, so on to the meat and potatoes of this video. So it seems that they made pretty big fixes to the game overall. So I'm going to go ahead and just go over some things and also elaborate a little bit more on some of the details that they have here. So over on the salvage mission side of things in the co-op section, they added the daily missions for Extreme and the weekly missions for Extreme as well. So you now have other opportunities to earn more gear and especially battle points, because now you can also earn battle points through the dailies and the weeklies. So also a quick tip, you get the same amount of BP whether you do the daily Extreme or the weekly Extreme. So it doesn't matter which one you do, you will get the same amount. So you don't have to like worry about always having to do the weekly over the daily, when the daily can be much easier than the weekly. They also lifted the usage limit for Metal Gear Ray. I don't know if there is a limit. All it says is that it's been removed. So all I know is that you can summon him more than once. So until someone hits a cap, we won't know. The amount of Kuban needed to call tactical support has been adjusted. So they did adjust a lot of the values in the tactical support. So I'm going to go ahead and list off some of the ones that people are dying to hear. So it looks like they nerfed, so to speak, ammo resupply. It used to be at 40k, now it's at 50k. The walker gears are now available more often in the selection, and they are worth 80k, and Ray as usual is worth 100k. I believe the interceptor units was either still 10 or now it's 20k. I can't really remember, but it's not that high of a number. But yeah, the amount of Kuban received when you kill enemies other than Wanderers and salvage missions has been adjusted. So what they're talking about is just the other enemy types in general. So I have a quick little list here of what they would all give you, at least a base amount, as when you do kill some of them, you will get a little bit more than what I specified, but it seems to be that this is like the base. So for bombers, you get 750 Kuban. For armored, you get 600, around 625. Watchers, you get 500. Trackers, you get 875. Mortars, you get 1,000. Detonators get 500, just like a normal Wanderer. And I believe grabbers should be at 500 as well, as they are practically on the same league as the Watchers. As much as it does suck that some of the tactical support values have changed, it is also nice that they also diversified the enemies and they made it more worthwhile to kill them, other than them just being a flat-out threat. So thanks, Konami, for at least, you know, giving us a little bit of a compensation for the slight increase in some of the tactical support. Now the next change is actually pretty big. So this one is pertaining to the base camp defense. So every single wave has now been reduced from 24 hours down to 22 hours. So you have 2 additional hours free to actually do the base digs and complete them a little bit faster. However, they did also change how the base dig camp works now. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you guys some small footage here. So now if you want to proceed in the next wave or so, the game is going to ask you if you want to do it by yourself or leave it for your crew. Whatever option you choose, you start the drill right then, right there. And after the end of it is when the timer goes down and you have to wait for the next wave. So as you can see here, I chose let my crew do it and they were successful in the first wave. So I don't have to do anything more. I just have to sit back, wait, and then just select it again. And there we go. Now the timer is running down. So once the timer is up, the base dig will no longer start on its own. Meaning that for those of you who are worried about your base digs, now you guys can actually breathe a little bit more, as once the timer is up, then you have to go interact with the drill, and then you have to specify if you want to actually participate in this wave or you want to let your team do it. Now I do want to explain something. Because I always had my base dig teams always do the drills for me all the time, it was really no big deal for me to actually keep up maintenance and whatnot every single day. But I know a lot of you who do not have a really good base defense and would prefer to participate on your own. Now you guys actually have a chance to not really worry about it, and once you get home and you're ready to play, then you're able to proceed in the next wave. Granted though, if you're not on time, if you're not very prompt about it, your base digs could run a little bit longer than usual because you need to do the manual input in order for you to go into the next wave. So at least for me, it would be a slight annoyance that now I have to be on time and start the next wave for my team to let it handle it. But all in all, in general, I think this was a much needed change, and as annoying as it is to me, I know that this greatly improves the quality of life for many other players. So I'll gladly deal with that. But yeah, now you guys have the option to choose what you want to do in your base digs. And of course, in the miscellaneous section, I already covered most of everything that is listed here, so I'm not going to repeat myself. But there are two very important things that they added that really do enhance the quality of life in this game. So they reduced the capacity for stationary type units like auto turrets and man turrets on your base. Now before the update, I was actually pretty close to like 90% capacity really easily, because I just have a nice row of shock traps along with man turrets behind them, or auto turrets behind them. But now look how much space I have left. I now have damn near 50% more than what I previously had before. So that's really good. So now you can actually place down even more turrets on each side and have a more beefier base. So that's always welcome and it's always needed. So now that I have all this space, I don't really know what to do with it, but I'll deal with it. But I hope you guys like that. And to top it all off, it looks like Konami has finally added the option to bulk build certain items for your gear. So basically, you can now bulk build fences, you can bulk build grenades. I don't have recorded footage of this, but I'll just go ahead and explain to you what the recipes are. So, of course, the normal recipe is that you build those items one at a time. If you press square, it will then build the amount of items that can be fit in your inventory. So for example, you can hold 6 fences total. So if you have it set to that second recipe, you can bulk build 6 fences and it'll just be put in your inventory and you're done. And then finally, the final recipe is whatever your maximum amount of fences you can hold, you times that by 10. So again, with the fences, instead of now building 1 fence at a time or 6 at a time, the third recipe will now allow you to build 60 fences at a time. And that includes also grenades. And with the cardboard boxes, because you had a base limit of 12, that goes up to 120 per bulk build. So that is really helpful and that is extremely useful. And that's something that a lot of people have been asking for. So I hope you guys are enjoying that and now are able to like build many things without having to be there at the crafting station for a very long time. However, do note that if you artificially increase your grenade holding capacity with the grenade pouches and whatnot, it doesn't change anything. It still acts like as if it still gives you the same values at the base number, which is 6, because you can only carry 6 grenades at one time, so it'll only give you recipes based off of that. Sadly, they have not added the bulk building option for the conversion of materials yet, so I'm really hoping that they get to that, because I do not want to sit there and create one piece of steel every single time, because that is very, very annoying. And that about does it for this week's patch notes. So, a lot of great changes, overall quality of life changes in the game. Thank you, Konami, for your continued support over the game and always listening to our feedback. Greatly appreciated. Now, as I mentioned previously, I will be making a separate video detailing the event and what to expect and what you should be looking out for. But I hope you guys found this video very informative. I hope you guys now know exactly what you're going to be looking at when you log into the game. And that's about it. So, hope you guys enjoyed the content. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Discord channel, and maybe check out the Patreon channel as well. Anyways, this is GamePro24X, and I will see you guys next time.
Mission complete, and how? They're gonna tell stories about this one, boss.